Hello. This not really started at the worst time. Um, we're gonna wait. We're just gonna chill here. Tell me when you can see me. We're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna incentivize you to subscribe. I'm gonna incentivize you to subscribe. But if you're watching back from this, if you want to hear the full song, if you want to hear the intro music from the start, you're gonna have to subscribe and give me money. Give me money, yes. Yes, that's how it works. Um, um, does it always do that? Um, great, okay, I had to reinstall Stream Deck today, so let me take a look at the Stream Deck app. So let me see what maybe there's some new hotkey settings on, because it's not supposed to do that. Yay. Anyways, hi to all of the people that can see this, which is nobody. Hi, welcome back. Hello, okay, you should actually be able to see this now. Hello, you know what's funny? You want to see something funny? I had to reinstall my Stream Deck app today because it wasn't working for whatever reason. It wouldn't open. And now whenever I try to go to my sand sprite, yeah, okay, it does that. It takes me back to start. Maybe it's the OBS update, actually. Maybe if I go in settings and I see hotkeys, so I'm hitting the home button. Maybe the home button takes me to start. Yes, it does. I don't know how I can stop that. Anyways, hi, welcome to YouTube Coop Live with Tile Terra. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, we're gonna get started. I have this little sequence set out to show you all what YouTube poop is, what are some of the different kinds of YouTube poop humor, and then we're gonna get into the actual editing process. Song is over. And if you want to hear the first part of that, if you don't want to have an ad break, this is where I would click the Sans button, but it would just bring me back to the start page. So please subscribe, please. Now do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It is annoying that Twitch, I can't schedule exactly when Twitch runs ads. But yeah, let me get the actual stream music playlist up. Put it on repeat, and let's put this down. So you all can probably barely hear it now. At least I hope you can barely hear it. You know what? We're gonna go like that, just to really make sure. So, YouTube poops. What are they? So I feel like a lot of my community that is here is probably scratching their heads, just wondering what in the ever-loving world is a YouTube poop. And I'm gonna show you. I am going to show you what a YouTube poop is. So, let's get to. Sorry, I was distracted by the actually having music in the background. I haven't had the actual like stream playlists in the background and I've had to multitask before. This is new. This is new for me. Also, there are some new chat redeem. There's new rewards and redeems and stuff. So, yeah, if you want to, try those out, they are there for you all to use. Okay, so we're gonna stop the music just while I'm actually showing you what YouTube poops are because I'm gonna be distracted. So the best way that I can describe YouTube poops, it's very hard to describe. It is a style of internet humor, video humor specifically, uh, where people take source material and do all sorts of crazy things with it in an attempt to be funny. These include, slowing down the video, speeding up the video, getting people or things to say weird sounds or noises, putting lines in different contexts, all sorts of different stuff. So I am going to show you a couple of different jokes, and most of these I'm going to tell you like the exceptions to the rule. Most of these are taken from the Freebirds YouTube Poop collab by Schaeferless, Schaeferless Productions. You may know Schaeferless from YouTube movie reviews and some video essays on some games sometimes, but mostly movie reviews. And he does YouTube poops. I hope that's the correct pronouns for Shafe. If that's not, I dearly apologize. Yeah, we're gonna get started with the first sort of type of joke, which is more of like a cutaway gag. So Freebirds is the 2010, I believe 2010 animated movie that stars turkeys. It's a 2010 animated movie where turkeys go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu and save turkey kind from being eaten at Thanksgiving. So that is the plot of the movie, and I'm going to tell you what is going to happen at this point, because this is a segment of a few different jokes. The good thing about YouTube Poop collabs is that you get to see the same joke a couple different times. So it's good for showing you all how YouTube Poops work. So in this scene, Reggie, the blue turkey, in the middle here that you can see, is being thrown out of like the turkey coop because Reggie was trying to warn them. I believe he was trying to warn them that they are all going to be cooked and turned into Thanksgiving meals. Reggie has found out the truth. The other turkeys think that they're going to some sort of heavenly paradise or whatever. That is what the turkeys are being led to believe. And when Reggie tells them the truth, the other turkeys don't like it. They don't believe Reggie, and they throw him out of the coop. They actually throw him out. And we have a couple of cutaway gags here. And if you want to, and luckily, also the other good thing about YouTube Poop collabs is they usually require you to put credit in there. So you have your bottom right hand corner. So if you want to know the names of these people, see their work. Yeah, they're right in the bottom right-hand corner, though I'm not sure who that one is because very small on the screen. So here we go. Some cutaway gags of Reggie being thrown out of the coop.
Well, this sucks.
We gotta stick. We gotta stick together.
All right. So those were a couple of them. We saw here some cutaway gags. Obviously the Among Us one. I do like Among Us jokes, as you will see. This one right here by Madly Plays, you get your first reversing footage. That is very, and so it was cutting back and forth, flipping the frame horizontally. Like that's a very common YouTube poop staple. And yeah, hitting the ground a few times. Yeah, so that's one example of YouTube poop humor. The other that I'm going to include, the other one, and a type of humor that I particularly enjoy, is sentence mixing. That's what I was talking about before. Getting people to say all sorts of different things, putting them in new context. This one is from one of the YouTube poops that I listed out in my debut. Ancient aliens. It's just ancient aliens, but with the N's replaced with M's. By the things. The things is one of my favorite YouTube poopers, along with CS188. They are incredible sentence mixers, and I'm not gonna. Actually, I will give a little bit of backstory. This is, yeah, I'll say an episode of Ancient Aliens, and they're sort of talking about like superheroes, and are superheroes really connected to aliens or whatever. But here the context is completely different, as you'll soon see.
Of astronaut beings pretending to be ordinary humans in space by disguising themselves as crewmates. It's called Among Us. But could Among Us be inspired by our desire to connect with powerful beings?
So that is, another, as I told you, another Among Us joke. Love our Among Us jokes here. Also, yeah, just giving a whole new context. Very, very random kind of humor, but it's, but we just getting just the wildest possible things, and like just straying as far from the context as possible in some ways. Yeah, but like I particularly enjoy YouTube poops that tell a story, that are able to sentence mix, and add like a few other kinds of jokes in there, but mainly like tell a story that's very different from the source material by way primarily of sentence mixing. Those are my favorite kind of YouTube poops. So now we're gonna go back into the Freebirds collab. There are two moments here I want to focus on to help with some possible jokes. Just understanding them a little more. The first is very similar to the Reggie being thrown out, but this one I was able to actually have sort of an example of what was said beforehand, so you have some context. So without further ado,
Do not make a sound. I'm gay.
and goodness, Weezer jokes are good. Weezer joke is good. And now, the next one that I am going to show, this is, I think, really the best example that I could find with the time that I had, of different ways that you can take the same joke. So this scene in Freebirds, is when Reggie, the blue turkey, discovers that that turkeys are eaten on Thanksgiving. So when he discovers the truth, he says,
Unless, of course, you are the meal.
and then what we don't see in this clip is just Reggie sort of screaming. Reggie says, "Ah!" in realization of that, and you'll see Reggie screaming in a couple of these clips. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different clips of how this joke was taken by 5 different poopers. Yes, that is what we're called. We're called poopers. So, without further ado,
Are the meme. You are the meme.
Aw, man, I'm a meme.
Gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
And there were those five. I'm very particular to the me joke. I think it lands very well. I think just having it at the start of these five kind of diminishes it a little bit. Uh, compared to when you're like actually seeing it. Um, I really enjoyed that. I do also enjoy to like when characters are reacting to what has happened with his
I'm a meme.
not enjoying that. Right? She is not enjoying it. You see those back and forth, they're distorting images. You see just pure and more referential humor, and then completely changing which Reggie that we're talking
Back to
about.
playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
Okay, and hopefully that helps you all like, understand what YouTube poops are. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please put them in the chat. I will be happy to answer. I'll be happy to go back to this intro here. And without further ado, again, I like saying this phrase. There is also just so much room for experimentation and ways that you can run with things. Like a single moment can be can be a launching point for something completely transformative. And the best example that I can think of, not only in this YouTube poop but in so many, is the Pompeii joke, and from the Freebirds YouTube poop collab. And if you have watched this, you know the joke that I'm talking about. It is literally just a single slap of Jake, the buff red turkey, who's like the second protagonist of the movie, slapping Reggie, and that combined with the fact that this is the movie where they go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to take turkey off the menu. I said it again. Transforms into this incredible moment.
We're going back in time.
It yeah, man, it gets me every time. It really does. It's so well edited. Look at just the rotoscoping, the back angle of Jake here. Yeah, it's just the effort that NP Carlson has put into this joke. It really shows. It really shows. And before we go into the YouTube poop I'm working on, here's just a compilation from 4 different YouTube poops. And we have the collab. We have Ancient Aliens. We also have I guess only 3, and we also have CS 188's Restroom Wrestling Volume 1. We've seen enough, because John Cena, and also it's the first edition, but somehow we're already sick of it. Love that title. But here are some of my favorite jokes from those, and then we're gonna get into the Family Guy collab that I'm working on.
The Greektian cave on the Greek island of Crete is believed to be someplace.
Hey, last week I took a bath in my brother's urine, and I loved it.
The idea of Batman is that he is Batman, and he is real.
I believe in no ears, no nose, no beard, no eyes. He's Potato Man. He. Epic.
A time machine. Time machine? Time machine. A time machine. Shut up! A time machine?
That's right, bitch.
I believe in bad jokes. So go ahead and cancel your Hendry.
CS188, you have lost my subscription.
So the fact that we have all these suggests they were visited by all these nods.
Got him.
Got him. I got him. Let's go. And it didn't even go back to the home screen this time. Yes, the Sans button is working again. I got you all. I got you all. Anyways, let's talk about Family Guy. All right, so the Family Guy YouTube poop collab. Okay, let me go into source material. Just a second. Let me take off. Oh, great. Now it's not working. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Cool. It worked once. Good job. Really good job. Okay. Bunch of stuff. Okay, here we go. Here's the source material thread. I am hiding some of it because I don't want to tell you all that I have up my sleeve. I gotta keep you waiting. Gotta keep you on the edge of your seat for when I release the episode. That's it. I've told you what they're called. They're called poops. What in the world? Okay, so this is a YouTube poop collab again, organized by Schaeferless, for the season 6, episode 1 of Family Guy, Blue Harvest, which is the Star Wars episode. Well, there are a few Star Wars episodes, specifically the one referencing part 4. So we have, and I'm just gonna skim over this here because, again, we are really testing the Twitch and YouTube copyright system today. So we're skimming over. So this is the episode that we are working with. It is around, it is like 45 minutes. It's a very long Family Guy episode. And then we also have the rest of my material over here. I've put in a whole bunch of stuff, including, as you'll see, including Spamton sweepstakes. As if I've already said that's in the video, so I'm comfortable with showing that. But the rest, a lot of the rest, I'm not telling you. So I have all of my material over here, and I put them in different sequences, and edit them together, and eventually put them in here, which is the final YouTube poop. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna actually go to the final YouTube poop. Do you want to see? Do you want to see the Uma Musume joke? I have referenced the Uma Musume joke. Yeah, that is the one joke that I have referenced that I am comfortable with you all seeing, just because, again, I have already shared it with you. And it cuts off right here. So we'll lock that, and we'll move this over here. Alrighty. I still need to adjust the audio levels, so be warned for that. We are gonna zoom on in just to this segment. And that is right here. Here we go. This is how it starts. This is how my YouTube poop starts. All right. Oh, spoilers over there. That is how my YouTube poop starts. I am going to now once more go to Just Clouds. That is what that scene is called. That is literally just called Just Clouds. and nothing else. Okay, so now the following YouTube poop is back to how it was. Let's go to the joke that I want to work with you all on today. Here we go. This joke is, I hope at least, going to be a recurring joke. And at this point, I have inserted basically all of the jokes I want to insert in the YouTube poop. However, there are, I'm going to say 2.5. There are 2.5 more jokes I want to include. There's, I see, one that is sort of an evolution of the joke I already have in there. There is another one which I will show you if we come to a good conclusion on what we want for this. And then finally, this joke, which is the Obi-Wan joke. So we have, I'm going to try to play it as little of this as possible. We have here Herbert from Family Guy as Obi-Wan. Yeah, so the first reveal of him is here.
Who the hell are you?
One lucky sumbitch.
That is the first reveal, and then there are more Obi-Wan moments. We have Leia's message here.
Oh, you served my father in the Clone Wars.
I'm not gonna play too much of that. Leia's talking about how they covered up some war crimes in this universe, and and how Obi-Wan owes her a favor. And I'm going Mos Eisley, getting into the getting into the cantina, talking with Han Solo. Scene here where the scene where Peter Griffin Han Solo is like, "Oh, you believe in the Force? The thing you learned about like a couple minutes ago?" Yeah, that scene. I had an idea about what to do with this scene. This scene I'm not gonna do. Although it's not really for this scene, it's for Han Solo. I really wanted him to. Unfortunately, Han Solo never says I have a bad feeling about this in this script. As far as I know from when I watched it, I watched it twice. Once with myself and once with my brother, who I'm not sure if I have called him this on stream, but if I have, you already know the name. If not, we will be referring to him as Guy Altera on stream, like Guy Fieri. I'm disappointed that there's no I have a bad feeling about this, because I wanted to do like I have a bad apple about this, and then go into obviously bad apple, but it seemed like asteroid field, like sounds similar enough to apple, but also bad apple is very copyrighted. So we have them approaching the Death Star. We have Obi-Wan sings, "I'm having the time of my life, and I've never felt this way before." Turns off the tractor beam. And I know and then Obi-Wan dies here. And then there's Obi-Wan goes talking to Luke through the Force. And now that we can avoid copyright, let's talk about Gerson Boom. Okay, that was perfect. That was actually a perfect frame to cut to. This is the joke that I want to make. It's a sort of a recurring joke. If you aren't aware of Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4, Gerson Boom appears, and I sort of wanted to do this joke before. Well, that's a lie. I only knew I wanted to do this joke when Salty DK Dan published this video right here, which is saying a lot of things as Gerson Boom. I am a big enjoyer of his Gerson voice, and so so are a lot of other people. Enough for Salty to make this compilation. As you see, I will now be abusing that for clout. Just saying a lot of things, Gerson. Boom. Let's go through them all so that you all know what possibilities there are.
I'm on hold.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
God fucking damn it.
That is a line that I would love to use. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it in there.
I'm fold.
Is going off of his signature line. I'm old.
I'm stole. I hold. I'm controlled.
So we're using this as attention source material here. We haven't yet really like transfixed the meaning of it yet, so I don't necessarily want to watch like too much of it, because I feel like I would just be like close enough to a reaction YouTuber. You know, like one of those lazy ones that doesn't do anything, doesn't actually like comment on this.
I'm foretold.
Let's see.
I'm clothed. Now I can hang out with the sexiest man in the afterlife. That's ditto to you.
That really fits with Herbert. That's potentially something. Forgot about that. So we have I'm lulled, I'm trolled, I'm goat, I scold, I'm tenfold. So I'm told, I fold, I'm toasted. Yes, in this bit.
I'm Saul. Hi, I'm Gerson Boom. Did you know you have rights? Constitution says you do.
We have I'm mold, I'm cold, I'm stoned. We have that. We have I'm boat. We have what you were thinking is gonna be I'm stoned, but it's actually
I'm dead.
That is something that I might want to use in Obi-Wan, guys. And we have
What am I?
I don't think that one's going in there. That we have I'm soul. And then we have this like music video section, which this is partially where the 18+ warning comes in.
Hey, need a hand. I am motherfucking Gerson Boom. I'll kill
This isn't
you
that.
with my poo. I am motherfucking Gerson Boom. You can't win. I am old, and I'm completely on you like a pimp. Now let's go kill the whole.
Yeah, we're not. We're not gonna do that. We're not. Yeah, that part we're definitely not using. that part I'm. Yeah, let's. Okay. So, this. I'm
old.
That's the I'm old sound effect. We also have.
I'm gay.
We also have that to use. Luckily, the good thing is that with the Shape collabs is also like homophobic jokes. So you guys do not get in there at all. Like it's there are so many a ton of LGBTQ plus positive messages in there, which is great, wonderful to see. There's also there's a very good one in Ancient Aliens. There's a very good one that's pretty. It's a pretty long joke, but it's very good. It's very worth it. But yes, here is my idea for the Gerson joke. Again, let's see, combining it with combining these two things. That's what I want to do, but I want this to sort of be a bit of a recurring joke, which is where I need your help. Which is how should we incorporate it? there is one way that I know that I want to incorporate it for sure that doesn't even have to do with Obi-Wan. And this is actually the cutaway. Uh, oh, thank you. Thanks, Rex. Hope you I appreciate that. How long have you been around? Because I can, if you would like, I could totally. I know you're very experienced with YouTube poops and stuff, but I can totally like go over it from the, go over it from the beginning. Go over sort of my intro and things that I did. If you hadn't seen that, but yeah, let me actually move my OBS so I can see the chat better. Also my YouTube chat. Put that here. Okay, so here's how I want to do it. There is this segment here that we're actually risking copyright for once again.
Good evening, Death Star.
Death Star news.
Tonight, a special report on the controversial attack on Alderaan.
While some view the attack as unwarranted, the Empire has obtained proof that Alderaan was in
very
possession of weapons of mass destruction.
Topical
and
joke
now
at the
let's
time.
go to our 5-day forecast. What's the weather like, Ollie? Space weather! Thanks, Ollie.
This is okay. Here's what I want to do. I read it out here. We have forecasts, so I just want to change it to. And now let's go. Now let's go to our 4-day forecast. Then we go back to this. I'm foretold. We have it on the screen 4 times. And then and we have, let's see.
Space weather. Thanks, Ollie.
I am very confident based on I've heard the sound effects. I didn't write them down. Write down exactly which ones I wanted to use. I'm very confident I can get him to say thanks, Gerson. So that is the joke that I am going to make live right now. And if you all have again, since this is a recurring joke I want to do, if you have ideas for the others, incorporating Gerson, or or if you are familiar with the Family Guy Star Wars episodes and have a completely different idea about how to incorporate Gerson in here, please let me know. And if we were earlier on in the YouTube poop, I would allow you all a lot more freedom. However, because the deadline is coming up, it's August 1st, and because I have a lot of other stuff going on, unfortunately, I have limited myself to just, doing these 2.5 jokes that I mentioned. There are a few more that I had in mind that I wanted to do. But it's like, if I do any more than this, then I'm going to start sort of working overtime and sort of beating up on myself, and, it's not worth it. All right, so let's get into it. What you're not going to see on the left-hand side is, actually, no, I can move it. I'll move the transcripts. Yeah, text. Move that here. Yeah. All right, let's cut it here.
And now let's go to our 5-day forecast.
We're gonna cut out the what's the weather like? Just because, I want to get straight to the joke. I feel like a lot of the other jokes that I have, a lot of the weakness that I have in this
forecast
YouTube poop is because it's like a collab, because it's a YouTube poop collab. The pacing kind of suffers because it is a lot more about short bits and less about the overarching storytelling that I would normally go for a YouTube poop. So the pacing does kind of suffer from that. But the good thing about it is that you get to do a whole variety of different jokes. They don't even necessarily have to connect. So, but because but that actually wasn't even the issue I was talking about. That there's a pacing issue. That's the one. The pacing is bleh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the pacing comes from not the pacing issue comes from not being able to tell a story as well. But the other issue, but the actual pacing is that I feel like I have some longer jokes. I have some. Great, an ad break. I have some longer jokes in there. that sort of that they're too long.
Forecast. And now let's go to our
cut out 5. Blade tool here.
day forecast. Day forecast. Cast. 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 Cast.
All right, this should be easy enough.
And now let's go to our forecast. Forecast. And now let's go to our 4-day forecast. To our
Oh, right. One of the, cutting that off.
Our 5. Let's go to our 4-day forecast. Our 4.
Let's do that here.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast. Let's go to our 4-day forecast. And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
And now we can cut. We can move this here. Okay, so now we go here.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
There's some, okay, so while you all have been gone,
And now let's,
we've gotten to this point.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
So we have successfully managed to use that part.
4-day forecast.
I want to. Oh, that might be it. There's
our 4-day forecast. Our 4-day forecast. Our 4-day forecast.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better because there was a little intake of audio there. Actually, you know what? It did sound a little hurried. So what we're gonna do about that is we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna add keyframe. We're gonna put that down there. All right.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
There you go. And YouTube, please, it doesn't, like, you want your transitions to be good, but it doesn't matter too much just because you're, this is like, you're already, like, like, when you're able to hear the transitions, it's nice, especially like when AI is around. It's nice to have it's nice to have the human touch. So we're gonna normalize max peak to -6 right now. Well,
I'm foretold.
Now the question is, I'm wondering if I do 4 of these tiled like that, but that looks kind of, yeah, the text looks small. Yeah, this is a lot better. So let's do, and I want to keep this as a video because you have the prophecy effect from Deltarune. From hit video game Deltarune. I'm foretold. Oh, we have the shadow of Gerson right here. There we go. All right. We're going to have 4 video files of this. Let's scale you up a little bit. I'm not sure how much we can get away with. We're like 960. Let's go 460. We're going to copy, paste. And And also, this is normally just how I talk to myself. I do a lot of talking to myself. So it's not like I'm saying this for the purpose stream. Sorry, I'm gonna be right back. I'm hearing some noises. Might just be the wind, but I'm not sure. Could be a bird on the roof or something. We'll see. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Yeah, it was just might have been something on the roof, but it sounded enough like rummaging to where it's like, oh boy. Anyways, there we go. Let's put some music on background while we do this. We're gonna copy. Yeah, we don't need to get it exactly right. Paste. Let's move that up. At track. Yeah, again, if you have ideas, please let me know. And it might. I am not guaranteed to accept any of them, but I will listen. I will listen to them. 440. Sorry. Oh, 460. No, not 160. 460. Did I go 14? I did. It's 1460. All right. This one is also going down. Okay, we have enough room to move these. Let's go to 560. Okay, no, 510. 510. And then that would be 1410. There we go. That is a lot better. Let's scale these up. All right, yeah, 49. It's 118. Is that right? Yeah, 118 scale. And 490. And we can actually keep that there. Yeah, we'll just go down with that. We can yeah. It was 1040 and 1040. let's see. Well, first, let's see.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Yeah, we can link all of these. Group? Yeah, okay, group will do it.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Nope. Little bit more. Ungroup. Okay, yeah, we need to select all 4.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Do I want... That's very good, but I feel like I want a frame faster or a frame slower. I am a perfectionist in this way.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Let's give like 3 more frames of dead time.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Oh yeah, the sounds are happening again, but it's yeah. We're good. Now let's get to the real meat and potatoes. Thanks, Gerson. Specifically, Gerson.
What's the weather like, Ollie?
Space weather!
Thanks, Ollie. Ollie?
Right here is where that cut happens. Let's give some dead space. Also, if you go back and you watch the intro, the video downloader that I used to use no longer works with YouTube, which is great. So I had to do a new one, and now this one, when I download the videos, the audio is can be a bit off sync. So I usually have to manually adjust them, which is great. Doesn't pose any problems at all. Yeah, so some of the things that you may have seen during my little intro earlier may have been off by like a quarter of a second. But yeah, just so you all know. Let's see.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks.
Okay. I do think we need like a frame less of this. And then some more time here. Because yeah, it cuts back pretty quick compared
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks.
Yeah, I could cut out the Oh. Yep, it was a bird. Bird's gone now.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. So let's go into getting Gerson. Go text. We have our good evening, Death Star. Tonight, I had an right? We have Star. Oh no, it's Alduron. It's Alduron. That's where the is from. I remember now. I remember that now.
Alduron.
Now we know it's this voice, so... Oh, wait, no, that's... No, we need the male voice. We need the male voice.
Good evening, Death Star. Tonight, a special report on the controversial attack on Alderaan.
While some view the attack as unwarranted, the Empire has obtained proof that Alderaan was in possession of weapons of mass destruction.
And now let's go... Oh, and yeah, let's extend this here, because we can still go to and now for our 5-day forecast.
While some view the attack as unwarranted, the Empire has obtained proof that Alderaan was in possession of weapons of mass destruction. And now let's go to...
Okay, we have a G. Oh,
Alderaan was...
Perfect. Okay, he says Alderaan, so we have our Let's delete all of that there, because we don't need that.
Alderaan was in possession of weapons of mass destruction.
Let's get our
Alderaan, 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 Alderaan.
Yeah, a frame before and you had that duh. Although maybe it might go well with the G, but we'll see. With this, you pretty much have to test it frame by frame. Yep. That's gonna be it. So we have our Let's copy this. Let's actually undo. We'll put that there. Oh. In the meantime. Let's get our sin.
Obtained proof that Alderaan. While
Sin.
some view the attack as unwarranted, the Empire has obtained proof that Alderaan was in possession.
We have in from obtained. We have attained. But that's... Let's hear how he says obtained.
Empire has obtained...
Yeah, it's aimed. So that's not really going to do too well with sin. Because it's tame, not... It would be sane if we want.
Proof that Alderaan was in possession of
weapons. Possession. Gerson. Yep.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Possession of weapons of mass. That's a light S. Destruction. Let's hear possession and destruction. See what we like better.
In possession of weapons.
Oh.
Was in possession of weapons.
Wasn't. Oh, it's just in. It's literally just in.
Possession. Was in possession. Was in possession. Was in possession. In possession of weapons. In possession. In possession.
I'm not sure if I like that though. Let's. Nah, I like that. I like that a lot. All right.
Proof that Alderaan was in possession of weapons of mass destruction. And now let's go to...
And now let's go... Yep, this is a hard G. Hard G. We have go. Yeah, okay. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yep, gur. That's gur. We got the first half.
Some view the attack as unwarranted.
Gers. Do we have like an sound?
The Empire has obtained proof that Alderaan was in possession of weapons of mass destruction.
Of weapons of mass... Weapons of mass destruction.
And now let's
go to our 5-day forecast. Let's do... I liked... of weapons... of weapons of mass... It was possession... It might have been further up. Well, some of the attack is unwarranted. The Empire have obtained proof that Alderaan was in because Gerson, possession of weapons. Yeah, because you have Gers, earns, that's close enough. It is close enough, and I really only need the S.
Weapons of mass. Weapons of mass.
We have the N.
Weapons of... Weapons.
That's Gers. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can. Yeah, there we go. That's Gerson Boom right there. That is motherfucking Gerson Boom. Yeah. It was a source. I'm gonna say it once just for that celebration. Let's listen back. Let's listen back, and then we'll add them. We'll add the little still after. Yep.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Yeah, I should have been celebrating. I'm seeing. Yep. What we will do is we are gonna hold. Yeah. What we do is very simple. We just unlink. Oh. Oh. Oh, and now we can link these. Perfect. Okay.
Thanks, Gerson. Thanks, Gerson. And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Let's. I realize that we're getting a little bit into the Deltarune music, I feel like.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
All right, and now. And now, the National Spamton. Wait, I shouldn't be giving that away for free. That's 600 channel points? That is 600 channel points. I should not be giving that away for free. Look at where we've come. Look at where we have come in such short time.
Go to our 5-day for this week's Ewok Pride Parade.
Yeah, we have. Okay, cool. We have a still here. Yeah, we don't really have a still after that because he keeps talking. We have a still here. There we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Yeah, okay.
Day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Yeah, and that's a pretty natural pausing point. I just hit the pause after I heard that being done. And then I can, it gives me enough time to thread that into, make it longer, make it shorter for the next joke. So, we have this part of the Gerson joke done. Let's watch it one more time.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
We're actually gonna move these a little bit more close together. I still feel like they're a bit far apart. 525. Do, 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 do. Oh wait, now we need to actually unlink these. 525. And this is gonna be 1395. Yeah, definitely not close enough. Nope. 1380, not 380. Silly me. 540. Oh. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Man, we got the Takata music on repeat today.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Let's actually check our mask. Yeah, it's a bit skewed to the right, so it has more space on the left. So it's going to seem a little bit skewed to the left. How many... Will it show us what pixel that is? No, it will not. That's fine. Let's move it and see how many pixels we think it is. I think it's like 20. Let's go for something like 1400. It's not an exact science. I feel like that's good. You know what we can do, actually? We can do... And then we can move that. That was a bit too much, actually. Copy, let's... Oh, okay, so it's only 5 pixels. 13, it's only like a 5 pixel difference that we actually have to deal with. Cool. That would be 1385.
Our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Oh, actually, one more thing we have to do. Because they asked us to submit this in a 1080p, I have to go in and go 133.4 for all of these. I could have just done it earlier. But am I smart enough to do that? 133.4. I believe this song is in the description of my playlist because it is part of a because it is part of like a hour-long thing. So again, if you can't find the song, you can find the songs in the playlist in the playlist link. There's an about page on my Twitch that will take you there. But also, yeah, but when you are there, this one. Yeah,
we're go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Oh, I missed one. Maybe I typed it in wrong.
Yeah. Thanks, Gerson.
Yeah, 133, 133, okay.
Thanks, Gerson.
Yeah, that's 133.4.
Thanks, Gerson.
Okay, so those are just a bit, because that happens after they cut back. So I guess the table was just, or like the zoom or whatever was a little different. Okay. And we can delete this.
Go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Yeah, 570. Yeah, we will, what I am gonna do, Do I always adjust the audio in the final? Because then you have all the audio sources to look at.
Let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson. Go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
It's like,
Now
do I
let's go to
want
our
to get more
4-day
space at the
forecast.
end?
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Nah, we're good. I like what we have. We can delete that. We can delete that. There we go. From concept to finished product. And how long is this joke, you might ask? We start at 12:34:40.
Now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
You've seen it enough times. To 12:39:06, so just over 4 seconds. So just over 4 seconds of content. And that didn't involve too much editing. Like the one you saw at the start, the Uma Musume joke, that was the one. That was, yeah, that's about 5 seconds as well. But that involved a little bit more editing. It also involved taking Photoshop files, doing that. But now we need to actually introduce the Gerson joke, which is where I need your help. We're gonna do
Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
We're gonna go.
Who the hell are you?
One lucky sumbitch.
All right, so we have this. We're gonna take this.
Dude, I love this.
We're gonna take the traditional.
I'm old.
See what happens.
What?
Alright, it's just gonna be Gerson. It's gonna just be like Gerson's face over it.
Who the hell are you?
One.
And then we're gonna have pretty much the same thing, but this time we go. My worry, because it is a recurring joke, because we have the Saul bit. I worry that having a full joke here.
Hi, I'm Gerson Boom. Did you know you have rights? Constitution says you do.
You know what? I would think about rotoscoping him, but honestly, I'm kind of done with rotoscoping at this point. Like, I've rotoscoped a lot for this already. It's not even for too many frames, but rotoscoping in general is a lot.
Who the hell are you?
One lucky
Did you know
sumbitch.
you have rights? Constitution says you do.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
One lucky.
Yeah. We can always come back to that later.
Who the hell are you? I'm old. Who the hell are you? Hi, I'm Gerson Boom. Did you know you have rights? Constitution says you do.
I feel like that's a little. I love Salty saying. I love Salty doing a Gerson Boom as Saul Goodman impression. But I do think that is a bit of a weird cutaway. it is a little bit of a weird cutaway, which is why we're just gonna start with the standard mode.
Who the hell are you?
Because you see Herbert, and you have this, and right here is where he starts to speak. Oops. So let's cut that. Let's move that down. Move this up. Unlink. And we can even try to match mouth movements if we want.
Who the hell are you?
But I think let's just put cursing over it. Yeah, that's actually really good. That actually fits so well. I don't think we even put Gerson over. I don't think we even put Gerson over it.
I'm old.
Yeah, that fits really well. I don't. Let's see if it's worth our time. Let's see if it's worth our time.
I'm old. I'm old.
Oh, that one thing that I always forget to do in these sort of assembly clips, put something all the way over in no man's land as just dead space. So you won't have to like resize your window and go all the way back.
I'm old.
Let's get let's get is there just one that's just Gerson's head here? Now, you have him on the boat. You have him being dead. No, not really. So let's just take this. You will take it as export frame. Oh, and I think I had the checkbox off. Sequence is as a sequence I'm old. Here it is. So once again, we're gonna do 4-point polygon mask for undo. That was on the wrong thing. Here we go, 4-point polygon mask. There we go. And there's Gerson. And there's an effect called Luma Key, which can take out black, although it might, threshold. Yeah, we'll put this over here and see. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, let's just put that at 5. Perfect. Alrighty. So we have Gerson Boom here. Ooh, making him too big is actually a little bit of a problem with the Luma key. So let's... Oh, and that black is actually... 0. Yeah, because you do have like actual like black pixels in you, so it would actually be good to Photoshop you in.
I'm old.
I'm old. Yeah, I don't really even want to put Gerson over it just because the mouth movement matches so well. So we have I'm old. So so we have that actually settled very well. Did it stop doing the thing? Also, I know there have been 2 Sammy windows. Have they not been playing the whole time? Because I know often when I have 2 Sammy windows open, it just doesn't play. So I hope you all have been hearing music in the background. But let's actually go to our stream music. There we go. Let's move that there. So this is our first one.
Who the hell are you? I'm old.
And then, yeah, we'll give you a few more frames. And that's a minute.
I'm old.
Something like that. And get some gay frames in there. The other one I was thinking of myself is
General Kenobi, many years ago you served my father in the Clone Wars.
and then is it Clone Wars? And it goes to here we go.
I'm cloned. Now I can hang out with the sexiest man in the afterlife.
Again, that would involve rotoscoping, though. That would involve rotoscoping, and I really don't want to rotoscope. I really do not want to rotoscope. Oh, goodness. So, you know what? I need an actual break this time. We're gonna go to our other joke that we have. The one that I said that we would get to if we had time. We actually finished our Gerson part 1, Gerson part 2, Gerson part 3, really fast. So we're gonna go to the other one after this break, and we'll keep yeah, we will keep oh, that's just the cloud screen. Yeah, we will keep the stream playlist music on. Let me turn that back up to 100%. All right, be right back. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to stream. Let me turn this down to 33%. There we go. All right. We are at the second section. And this section is once again we have Death Star news here. But however, this is a different joke. If you're only focused on the fact that it's the news reporters again, yay! But this is a completely different joke. If you are familiar with the generally less controversial and more wholesome part of the Minecraft community, like I grew up on Minecraft content. I think is all like as a lot of people around my age did. I grew up with PSJ. All of the people from back then to see Survive and Thrive. But I see built the cozy cottage and everything. And let's see, I've been watching. I watch a few different hermit crafters. And I'm gonna actually stop the music because this is actually serious talk for a second. Let me just put it here in a good frame for it. Serious talk. And I've mentioned a few times that I am a streamer who experiences chronic pain. And it's not always great. It's not always a great time. I've been lucky to where, it hasn't really ever prevented me from streaming just yet. It may someday. Don't be too surprised if it does. If I have to cancel a day, and that the Wednesday I canceled, I just needed a break. That was more it was less of a pain thing. It was more, yeah, I've done a lot of a lot of streaming. I've just started, and I need a little bit of a break. But when it comes to streaming, when it comes to having chronic pain and wanting to get into this kind of thing, a huge inspiration for me has been Good Times with Scar. Scar has just been the model of the kind of content creator that I want to be. Is like a very wholesome guy and has created that sort of community, and just brings so much positive yet down to earth energy to content creation isn't the right word. It never is. What we're doing here is an art form. It is live entertainment, whether it's a magician on a stage or whether it's people behind the screen, at me as an anime boy. We are we're artists here. That's what we're doing. Content creation is never the right word, but yeah, just it's surprisingly rare that when you get such a positive person who is also again just down to earth and very wholesome, and that that is what Scar has been in the CC. Knowing about the things the things that he has gone through in terms of obviously I won't repeat it here for for people who aren't unaware, because I don't want to share their story. I don't want to share his story when it's not on his terms. Scar has and does continue to go through health stuff, and again, just I think he is just so inspirational for me, and I mean, Scar has been. You know what? I'm just gonna try this. I'm just gonna try this shit again. Rewind. Yeah, it's rewind time. God, I hate me. I hate this. But yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, this is again, this is a joke that I don't think is gonna be particularly funny. Like, it's not gonna hit, and it's gonna make you laugh out loud. But it's a joke that I need to include because Scar has been Good Times with Scar is the full channel name. He has been such an inspiration to me as somebody who is dealing with chronic pain. To looking to him and seeing the community that he's created. And just his approach to this live entertainment art form that we do. Just I think he is such a positive person, but paired with the wholesome energy and just a down to earth personality, and that is surprisingly rare in content creation. And he just became one of the board members of Gamers Outreach, which again, if you're seeing this guy, I think now you know why I'm so enthusiastic that you got to be able to work with Gamers Outreach, and of course Ren and Agrius, my VTuber siblings, and everybody else in that group. Again, because somebody who I've looked up to for quite a while now, and has been a model for me, role model in terms of how I go about this streaming business. Is on the on the board and now leading this incredible organization. Being able, now I think now you all know I'm so jealous that you all get to work with them. And then obviously the fact that I've talked before about how they are providing a really needed service, more needed than you would think. So again, I'm actually, wow, no, it is exactly a month now. It is exactly a month that I've been streaming, and I didn't even realize it. Wow. Okay. But yeah, this is my tribute. This is my tribute to Scar here, and it's in season 10 of Hermitcraft. He built a structure called the Death Star. Did not originally have eyes on it, but it ended up that way. If you want to know how, watch Hermitcraft episode 18. From Scar's perspective, at least. Obviously, numbers differ per episode, but if you want to know how the story of that, then watch that episode. But I couldn't do a Family Guy Star Wars YouTube poop with the guys obsessed with Star Wars and Disney, who I've look up to for streaming and video making, and not include him here. So now we figure out how to do that, and unfortunately I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer because I've been staring at the computer for a lot of the day. So this is the part that I want to include, with Scar making an ad for the Death Star that sounds like this.
Good news, Imperial subjects of the Empire. The Death Star has entered your orbit selling Imperial gravel.
I'm probably going to cut that first half out because it is long. And these sorts of jokes are better, I feel like, when they are shorter, is sort of what I've learned through this. A lot of them are, not always. Here, I am looking for a frame of the Death Star to take. I have decided to go with this. I'm gonna mute these layers for a second because that is just a straight Star Wars theme, and that'll definitely get me copyright struck. And there is the Death Scar back here. I've done some rotoscoping, and it's my first time rotoscoping. I'm not very good at this, so I'm hoping to hide it with the text, like some of it with the text Imperial Gravel over it. Impact font. That was that I am already certain of. I feel like I might need some pitch shifts, some mixing there. But yeah, let's unmute
Imperial subjects of the Empire.
Yeah, but the is right here.
Empire. The Death Star has entered your orbit selling Imperial gravel.
There we go. Okay, now the serious talk is over. We can bring the music back. We have to keep in mind that the Imperial cruiser is on the Star Destroyer or whatever is on the right side. Ideally, we can move it, but ideally, we want... Yes. You know what? I think... Is there any shot of it that we can get Scar out of the way of a little bit? There was a frame, like, for a little bit. Yeah, right here. This is potentially a frame. Export frame, yeah, import into project. That's what I'm missing. I did forget to check that box. So we have that frame. No, but that's too. Scar's an incredible builder. If you've seen, I mean, so many, but so many things come to mind. But you see the fire tree. If you've seen the fire tree this season, man, it's good. Wait, Scar disappeared from the frame for a second. Oh, yeah, that's actually. As much as I do really enjoy Scar, having a big character avatar not in the middle of screen, yeah, that will help. So let's paste that here, unlink the audio. Okay, now we need to Luma key this, I believe. Yeah, we do. Although, how did I do it for... Yeah. I'll show you this sequence. I'm not going to play the full thing, but I need to find SEQ. Yeah. What's S again in NATO alphabet? Sierra. Sierra Echo Quebec. There we go. Sequence elevator. How did we do it for this one? Because we had rotoscoping here. Do we have a Luma key? Effect controls? We do have a Luma key. That is how we did it. Oh, source material, get out. So, Luma key. Ugh. That is not friendly to this at all. 3 looks like about the best that we can manage. Again, we're going to hide this with text. So, that is one option that we have. Now, here's the other. Yeah, this I think is a lot better. I do not want to zoom that in. I want to zoom you in. Scale you up. How's the compression looking? Not bad. Not bad at all. Do we want to give some skyline? Yeah. Let's see. It's flying towards there. And yeah, we definitely need the text around there. So that's actually good. That's actually good to know, because that'll help us line up our frames. Let's do graphics templates. Basic title. Properties. Imperial gravel. Impact. There we go. Max size. Yeah, let's see 450. Show me 450. Show me 500. Yeah, negative 100. Okay. Yeah, that's close enough to the center. Yeah, Imperial gravel. We have I see it's gonna be Imperial gravel. I love making noises to myself. I really do. Goodness, I really do. Unlink. Copy the audio.
Scar has entered your orbit selling Imperial gravel. Scar has entered your orbit.
Yeah, okay, so that's probably the edge masking I did. How about 525? Yeah, okay, now that's really taken up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, now because impact is a bit off. Let's move it to 480. It's actually, I feel like it's skewed to the left a little bit. Yep. 955, maybe? Yep, 5. I care about these sorts of things. I really do. If it's like 1 pixel off, I care. I can see it.
Selling Imperial.
You know what? No, we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do like we're gonna do it like this. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go. This one goes to 600. This one just goes up until the text bar would. And yeah, 175. We have like 455. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool.
Your orbit cell. The Death Star has entered your.
Okay, and now we unlink you, we take you. And hey.
The Death Star has entered your orbit.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we can put this here.
The Death Star has entered your orbit, selling Imperial.
Yeah, okay.
Selling. Imperial.
You know what? Let's text. Yep. Oh, it's already translated. Imperial gravity. Forgot about that.
Entered your orbit, selling Imperial gravity. Imperial gravity. Gravity. Your orbit, selling Imperial gravity. Gravity. Gravity.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that.
Gravity.
Okay. Gravity, there we go. And what this is going to help us do is we go to effect controls. We go for an opacity mask. Oop. Imperial. And this, yep, mask opacity. Go one frame before. Actually, no, this frame. And we delete. Yeah, okay, so what we're doing is
gravity. Orbit selling Imperial.
Yeah, right here, I think, is where we want it to go. So we go effect controls. This is where we want our mask capacity at 0. Actually, no, we want okay, one frame before we mask path, and now that we're here at this frame, we click on, how do we get to the mask path? Mask path, there we go. There we go.
It's selling Imperial gravity.
Yeah, okay,
Imperial gravity.
Okay, it needs to be like right here. And we need it to be one frame before. Otherwise, you'll see like a transition.
It's selling Imperial gravity.
Here, you want the mask path to, hold on. I can't paste. Okay. So I guess I'll have to just do it like that. And wait, what is? Oh, I switched them around. That would explain it.
Imperial gravity. Imperial Imperial
One frame forward. There we go.
Imperial gravity.
Nah, we can do like 2 or 3 frames forward from there.
Imperial gravity. selling Imperial gravel.
No, one frame back. This is how very specific joke editing goes.
Imperial gravel. Orbit selling Imperial gravel.
Do we even want to go back to the original? I don't think so.
Selling Imperial gravel.
Yeah, yeah. That is where we want it.
Orbit selling Imperial gravel.
And I'm thinking that we might want to lower Scar's voice here.
Gravel.
I think I said, did somebody chat in YouTube for the first time? Nope. Nope, it was just a trick of the eyes.
The Death Star has entered your orbit selling Imperial gravel.
Unfortunately, that rotoscoping is not great. Maybe if we increase.
Selling Imperial gravel. Selling.
Wait, is it transparent now? I feel like, yeah, parts of it are transparent now. You know, I'm fine with that. Okay, 12.
Selling Imperial gravel.
That's good enough. That's... Oh, and I forgot to do the thing again. There we go.
The Death Star has entered your orbit selling Imperial gravel. The Death Star.
Yep.
The Death Star.
Yeah, we will give it a few frames a time. Like 5 frames. Move those forward.
The Death Star has entered your... The Death Star has entered... The Death Star...
Yeah. This is what it's all about. Very slow changes.
Selling Imperial gravel.
There's a chance I just go back in Photoshop and put like an actual Minecraft gravel texture over this.
Imperial gravel.
I do kind of want to do some filter. Some sort of voice effect. Let me, again, I have to go into the spoiler parts of the YouTube poop. It was distortion, yes. I'm gonna have to be very careful with doing this on streams. I don't want to blow out your eardrums. I don't want to blow out mine either. Distortion. No, that's the Spampton one. Distortion. Custom setup. Oop. Undo. Edit. We're gonna bring that down. Oh, that does go to 0. Pick Scraper does not sound good. Let's take it off for... Now, the thing I'm unfortunately realizing... Okay, okay, there are some spoilers there, but it's okay. Hi, welcome back. Watch out, I think Snakes can
grab it. Imperial grab it. Imperial grab it. Grab it. Imperial grab it.
Yeah, the thing about distortion,
grab it.
You have this at the end, and I think instead because you have that, and that is not fun with distortion, and that is not something I can remove. So instead, we're gonna pitch shift this last clip. We're gonna shift it down.
Imperial grab.
Yeah.
Imperial grab.
Okay, that got an immediate laugh. Yeah, because it's like his voice was getting kind of gravelly, right?
Imperial grab.
And also sort of like Darth Vader. Also sort of like Darth Vader. Man, I hope Scar sees this joke and he enjoys it.
Entered your orbit selling Imperial grab.
Now having this
orbit selling Imperial grab. Entered your orbit selling Imperial grab. Imperial grab.
What was it at -30 again?
Imperial grab. Imperial grab.
Do I want it up a little bit?
Imperial grab. But selling Imperial grab.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's funny.
The Death Star has entered your orbit selling Imperial grab.
All right. And now this joke is mostly complete. I want to how about properties. Let's edit the text. Imperial gravel. Let's give it a black fill because it's the Empire. And give it some
selling Imperial grab.
Yeah.
Selling Imperial grab.
Or now let's try flipping the colors. And there's so many different things you can try. This is the really fun part about YouTube poop is there's just so much room to experiment.
Death Star has entered your orbit selling Imperial grab. Orbit selling Imperial grab.
There we go. There we go. I think that's good for now. I think we are at a very good point. Let's see. Yeah, let's see all that we've done today in our YouTube poop editing stream. And hopefully we don't get copyright strikes. Yay! So we did these 2 jokes. So these 2 will sort of a recurring joke. I need to make the 3rd one for this.
Who the hell are you? I'm old.
And now let's go to our 4-day forecast.
I'm foretold.
Thanks, Gerson.
Okay, so it's that one, and then we did.
The Death Star has entered your orbit selling Imperial gravel.
I feel like there's a tiny little bit of distortion, but that you could do, but distortion is usually like an all or nothing effect. In Premiere, I might look into it some more, but we are actually pretty close now. We're pretty close to being done with this, and I'm really happy with how this stream has turned out. Let's bring the music back up. Gonna save, and we're gonna... I think it's just me here. So we'll find a friend to drop by too, I think. Let's see. Raid channel following. He's live, Tate's live, Issa's live, Kate is live, we've read Kate before. There are a lot of people live. CMD we haven't raided yet. We will go ahead and raid CMD 2014. Because it's a good choice even if we have a ton of people here. See indeed, follower of ours haven't gotten a chance to raid him back yet. So let's get doing that. Let's hit start raid. It's just me, but I'm showing some support. Let's do that now. Hope you have a good night, everybody.